Once again, thank you very much for joining us. During festive seasons like Christmas, organizations and groups mobilize resources to donate to underprivileged groups in society. But one unsung group which donate towards these causes is the Used Clothes Sellers Association in the country's capital. At Kantamanto here in Accra, traders voluntarily donate some of their used clothes every year to charity. According to them, this single act of generosity results in improved sales and more blessing. There's more in the following report.
Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania and Uganda could all ban second-hand clothes and leather. These countries make up the East African community, with the EAC having directed member countries to buy their textiles and shoes from within the region as part of measures to phase out used clothes import by 2019. Ghana, however, the second-hand or used clothes industry creates job opportunities for many Ghanaians in the various markets despite concerns over the health implications. The ban on the importation of used undergarments in Ghana was to provide a means to an end. But the trade in second-hand clothes in Ghana continues to blossom nonetheless. During festive occasions, for example, corporate organizations and other groups solicit for materials to donate to those we deem underprivileged in society. While these groups tend to take the credit, it is the used clothes sellers here at Kantamanto whose show of generosity during these times ensures the underprivileged are clothed. For some reason, their acts of kindness does not receive as much publicity as the corporate groups and NGOs which take these clothes to the needy. Some used clothes sellers tell me they voluntarily give out sacks of used clothes every quarter to corporate organizations and NGOs to donate to the needy. According to them, this act of kindness towards the less privileged brings them improved sales and good luck all year round. Evans Oforiata is a chairman of a Kantamanto Used Clothes Sellers Association.
We give out clothes to many groups, such as churches, schools, and other NGOs. The formula is to present a letter detailing the need for the used clothes. Then the association will assess it and donate clothing if we find it worthwhile. We give out the clothes to orphanages and the less privileged in our society.
Some traders explained why they donate some of their wares every festive season to the poor.
The Bible teaches us there is blessing in giving to the poor and needy in our society. NGOs and other groups come around, and once they do, we donate clothes to them. We know once we do this, we will be blessed and our business will prosper.
We have given them shirts, trousers and other clothes to help our less privileged brothers and sisters. We do this regularly and we know the blessings are endless.
Meanwhile, some say they have voluntarily reduced the prices of their clothes so consumers can afford them this festive season.
Since the election of Nanado as president, we as individuals have reduced the prices of goods so consumers can afford. It is not the association's decision. I have some suit which used to sell at 200 Ghana cedis. I now let it go for 150 Ghana cedis. I have others which went for 150, but now they go for 100 Ghana cedis. All of this is to allow Ghanaians to afford them.
The association, however, used the opportunity to debunk speculations it has reduced the prices of its goods due to the election of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as president. president. The used clothes sellers further lament recent cases of rampaging mentally challenged individuals who attacked them in the market, describing it as worrying.
Now, the phenomenon of rampaging mentally challenged people in our market is a worry. Before the elections, we began seeing them here, and when they come, they attack the traders. We hope the Market Security Task Force will deal with the situation.
The association, in one of its customary acts, donated bags of used clothing running into several thousands of cedis to the Macedonia Jerusalem Mission, a faith-based charity organization focused on human development and social enterprise. Komla Adom, Joy News, Kantamanto, Accra.
Students of the Gyamfi Kumanini Senior High Technical School in the Sutufi South District of the Bunuahafu region have been given a dining hall following a JoyNews report. The school has had challenges with inadequate infrastructure, but after a JoyNews report in October last year, the U.S. Embassy in Ghana went in to help. Nesta Kafui Ajoma, who first did the story, witnessed the opening of the new dining hall. Here is his report.
In October 2015, JoyNews reported that senior high school students have been refusing admission to the Gyamfi Kumanini Senior High Technical School due to lack of several facilities, including a dining hall. The report captured some of the students appealing to the necessary authorities to help the school with library, dining and assembly halls, science laboratory, classrooms, as well as teachers' residence, among others. After the story, a Sunyani-based organization, Global Media Foundation, presented a proposal on behalf of the school to the American Embassy for assistance. The proposal was later approved and about $8,000 was released for the project. In an interview, the economic officer of the American Embassy, Margot Simon, said their investment would make a big difference for the school and the entire community.
We've been providing support since 1990. Last year we spent $80,000 in small grants to 11 communities, including this community, for various small projects. So during that cycle we received over 200 applications, and our selection committee had a very difficult decision to make. And we supported this project because of the impact it was going to make and that it had.
It was all joy for the students. The girls prefect of Gyamfi Kumanini Senior High Technical School, Mercy Boze, was full of praise to the American Embassy for the support. She said the new dining hall will drastically reduce time spent during dining. Headmistress of the school, Georgina Amatechi Yankson, was grateful to the CEO of Global Media Foundation, Raphael Godlove Ahenu, for being pivotal in getting their new dining hall. She also commended the American Embassy for their gesture. The headmistress, however, stated that there is more to be done for her school in terms of infrastructure.
Well, you know, the school was established 25 years ago, but somewhere along the line, nobody seemed to hear of us or support us, so it wasn't growing until, like I said, I came here. And then I started putting in requests for help. So even though we have had a few support in the form of a science lab and boys' dormitory and girls' dormitory, we still need a lot. We don't even have a standard library.
Nesta Kafui Ajoma's report.
Health authorities in the Ashanti region are reporting increasing incidents of abortion, especially among teenagers in the capital, Kumasi. Recorded cases rose from 3,550 in 2014 to 3,951, and with adolescents making up to 44% of the culprits, Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin reports.
For the top 10 causes of maternal deaths in the region, abortion ranks number 3. Dr. Kwesi Yeboawudzi is Ashanti Regional Deputy Director of Health.
The following year, 2015, the number increased to 3,951, with 1,700 being adolescents. So adolescents were 39% of the abortion cases were adolescents. In the year 2015, in 2014, 39%. In the year 2015, it was 44%.
Dr. Yeboawudzi also talks about increasing sexual activity among minors.
The natural tendency around that, especially adolescent age, is to have sex. and you need control. That is where the religious groups, if they are doing their work very well, they talk to them, they talk to the children, they understand them, and then they hold on to their doctrines. Then they will not go in until they marry. But unfortunately, most of the churches now, they are just fashion. People go, dress, go, and whatever you say, say it, but I am also doing what I like.
Experts say anytime one attempts to abort a pregnancy, it means she is unprepared for childbirth. Many people have died in the process, as indicated by midwife at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, Kate Apia-Boateng. She explains conditions under which abortion can be recommended.
The first thing is, if the pregnancy is posing any danger to the woman, then I would advise the woman to go to the hospital for the abortion to be done legally.
If people are not interested in abstaining, the most logical option is to use any family planning method. For Kate Apia-Boateng, the most worrying situation is when a married woman walks into a health facility to undergo abortion.
Seeing married women coming to the hospital for abortion, I don't know the right word to use, but it shouldn't be. You are married, so we know that nothing prevents you from having sex with your husband. But at the end of the day, you might not know whether you're ovulating or not. Unfortunately, some women do not know much about their menstrual cycle, so they get pregnant unawares.
Well, we went ahead to speak to Ifia and Ebenezer for their options on abortion. For Ifia, it is the last thing she will ever do.
I would say no, because looking at the complication aspect, probably someone will go in for abortion. Later on in life, the person will be able to give birth again.
Wants to do something like that, I think that we should sit down, agree that this is the path we want to go. Otherwise, taking that decision alone, I'll be very angry.
How will Ebenezer feel if his wife or girlfriend opts for abortion? Mahmoud Muhammad Nuruddin filed this report from the Ashanti region.
Now, the Upper West Regional Director of the Ghana Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Wolanyo Kujo Siabi, has painted a gloomy picture for the three regions of the north if immediate steps are not taken to solve the challenges in the quality of the water used there. According to him, most of the boreholes drilled in the regions for water are replete with manganese, iron and fluoride, which have serious health implications for the people there. Rafik Salam report from Wa.
Governments over the years have made tremendous efforts to bring potable water to the people of the Upper West region. This they were able to achieve significantly by the drilling of several boreholes and connection of several communities to small town water systems in the region. Heeded to that, majority of the people depended on wells, dams and dugouts for their survival. In some cases, the people have to compete with their animals for water. The situation is, however, different today, as close to 80% of the people in the region have access to potable water. However, concerns are being raised about the quality of the water produced by these boreholes and small town water systems. This startling revelation came to light at a workshop by the Upper West Office of the Ghana Water and Sanitation Agency. It came as a result of a research conducted by the Upper West Office and led by its regional director, Wolanyo Siabi. It was revealed that most of the boreholes drilled in the three northern regions were found to have contained fluoride, iron, manganese, and salt intrusion for regions lying along the coastal belt
of Upper East and northern Ghana. You will see very beautiful women and men and children with their teeth colored, or some of them have broken teeth. Some also can be affected or are affected with the bones. They are deformed because fluoride has capacity to replace the calcium part of the body and make it weaker. So these are challenges. And in Upper West also, we started having problem. There are some few boreholes we have abandoned already on our small town system. We couldn't use them because they have high levels of fluoride. So it's a very big challenge, and I think that it's one of the reasons why the agency has taken up the trouble to go into full-scale research, and these are some of the matters that we are looking at.
Mr. Walanyo Siabi, who is credited for the building of the McAfee plant, which removes iron and manganese from water, painted a gloomy picture for the three regions if adequate and immediate steps are not taken to correct the challenges.
It is a threat, and I tell you, I also used to believe that groundwater is clean and doesn't have challenges, but it has. There are many chemicals in water that are in excess of what our standards are. Ghana has a standard which is being monitored and coordinated by the Ghana Standard Authority. And Community Water and Sanitation Agency, we also have guidelines where it helps us to design our systems. But where you find the levels a little bit high, you have no option than to close it. But sometimes you close them down, and the communities, not having little knowledge, do not often understand. If you take fluoride and arsenic in water appears to be very good. In fact, fluoride and arsenic in water, let me use this word. The taste is good. So when you ask a community to abandon that facility or to leave that facility because you are telling them there's a chemical which they cannot see and they can also not taste, there is a lot of difficulty. But for iron and manganese, the taste alone is prohibitive. So they wouldn't use it. When they use it to cook it, the food will turn black or brownish. It will make their clothes very dirty or colored when they use it to wash. So they would definitely abandon those facilities. So these are big challenges. And I can tell you somewhere between 15 to about 20% of our point sources have challenges with water qualities.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam.
Electoral historian Professor Alex Frimpong says alternation of power between the NDC and the NPP since 1992 should be a reminder to the president-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that failure to deliver on his promises will mean electoral defeat come 2020. This comes with less than 2 weeks to Nana Akufo-Addo being sworn in as the 5th president of the Fourth Republic. Professor Frimpong believes the NPP's majority in parliament should enable the leader get approval for intended policies.
To have 7 consecutive elections, where maybe it was difficult to find 2 consecutive elections since independence, is in itself an achievement. We can also talk about 3 alternations now. And alternations in government is a good thing because it keeps the new government on its toes. I'm sure Nana Akufo-Addo's government will be very much aware that Ghanaians are no longer going to give even 2 terms because they didn't give Mahama 2 terms. So it's possible that his own government, if it doesn't work well, it brings some confidence into so this whole idea of alternation, one political theorist, Huntington, has said, if you have 2 alternations, you have a consolidated democracy. His idea was quite simplistic, but he had a reason for saying that, because by that time, the 2 major groups have tasted defeat and victory, and none of them have gone to the bush. So it means the system is working. And if we take his 2 and we now have 3, we have made a great stride in that direction. I expect that this government will have no alternative but to work hard. It has quite a large majority to support it, to push through the many programs it promised. And I'm saying it couldn't have had it better that way. But it has no alternative but to work hard because Ghanaians can no longer guarantee any 2 terms for any particular president. They have shown the way that if you serve 1 term and they are not happy with you, they can vote you out. So Nana and his government has no choice but to go ahead and work. Fortunately for it, it has the needed majority to support it pass through some of its ideas and programs. I've also often suggested that those parties, rather than even contesting the presidential, could have concentrated their resources to win a few parliamentary seats so that your people are in there and they will talk for you and somehow people will come to accept you. But they keep dividing themselves. They put all their little resources into the presidential election and all that. But let me also say that they are still playing an important role in the sense that on 2 occasions they have become the kingmakers. They decided who should be president in 2000 and 2008. So in spite of all their limitations, they are still a useful role. The fact that they are there makes the system somewhat multi-party.
Finally, your expectation of this government. Finally, your expectation of this government.
Death toll in the Lagos explosion has risen to 11. More than 30 victims of the explosion are receiving treatment in various hospitals across the city. President-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yesterday visited the 37 military hospital to sympathize with some of the victims. JoyNews' Ifwa Evans-Chinnery was there and has come through with the following report.
At the burns unit of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, nurses on duty say one of the victims died at 8 p.m. on Saturday and the other on Sunday. This brings to 11 the number of deaths recorded due to the incident. Speaking off camera, the nurse on duty mentioned those who died suffered severe burns. At the 37 military hospital, most of the victims are responding to treatment. 4 of them are, however, in the intensive care unit. President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo, during his tour of the facility today, sympathized with the victims and pleaded with the doctors to do all they can to save the lives of those currently on admission.
Oh, just a sad occasion at Christmas, which should be a time of rejoicing and joy. People have had the experience that these people had. It's very unfortunate, but I felt that I had to come and see them for myself and express consolation and sympathy for them. That's why Dr. Bawumia and I came.
And how did you feel when you first heard the news?
Awful, awful. Especially the timing, Christmas time. Felt very bad. We're now going to have a look to see what happened and then take the measures that are necessary. All right.
For JoyNews, my name is Ifwa Evans-Chinnery.
And you're still watching news today on JoyNews. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly. As people around the world mark the birth of Christ with pomp and pageantry, have you spared a thought for the many headquarters in Ghana and how they are marking the Yuletide? Well, JoyNews' Maxwell Agbakba has been to the Tema station here in Accra to see how some of them have been marking the occasion of Christ's birth.
It is 9:30 on Christmas Day here at the Tema station in Accra. This loudspeaker mounted on a thin pole here in the corner of the transport terminal yells various destinations to last hour Christmas travelers. It is business as usual here at the Tema station. Inside, I meet 24-year-old mother of one, Malia. Malia gave birth to her first daughter right after senior high school. With her little educational background, she left her hometown in Wale Wale to Accra just to make ends meet.
I'm not got any money because at this time I came here late. So far as the time that I'll return back, I'll get some and go.
So when did you come to Accra?
When?
Yeah, when did you arrive here in Accra?
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday?
Yes.
So tell me, yeah, where do you sleep here? Where do you usually sleep? When it's night, after working and it's night, where do you sleep?
We sleep here. Here is our room.
So this place?
Yes.
And you sleep here with a baby?
Yes.
Wow.
When we are in a house, we can get something like drinks and food and eat, but here you won't get.
She's just one of hundreds of headquarters bearing this scorching sun even on Christmas Day to earn a living. Many are those who look forward to the gifts, special cuisines, and the special moments that come with the celebration of the birth of Christ. On a special day like this, it is not special for these head porters as they go about their normal duties. The activities of special cooking and drinking together with Christmas designs are conspicuously missing as they line up to buy their regular wachi.
When you are here, you can get money for your parents in the house to do that. But when you are all together in a house, you won't get more money for that drinking. Someday you can go around, you won't get anything. But someday you can get more than 200.
200?
Yes. I was completed SS. Because of no money, I can't go to the training level again. That's why I born the baby. I leave the school and born and give the baby. When I get the money, everything I'll buy. Food will be there. I'll have my sweet things. Like this morning. When I take the breakfast, I'll have the snacks from the breakfast to the lunch. When I get the money, I'll do that for my Christmas day.
Some of them also find solace in the wooden slabs here. Their children cannot be perturbed about getting new Christmas dresses and shoes. The warmth their parents provide is enough. As you sit at home, enjoy the family reunion and all the picnics, remember that there are some who have not had it as you have. Reporting for JoyNews, Maxwell Agbagba.
And for children, one of the things that makes Christmas a memorable occasion is the joy of wearing new clothes. Parents who are well aware of this go all length to make their children look special on the momentous occasion. On Christmas Day, JoyNews' Maxwell Agbagba has been asking some parents at the Royal House Chapel why they deem it necessary to make their children look special on Christmas days.
It's the end of the year, and if God has blessed me, why not? It has to reflect on my daughter as well. Okay. Not only her mom, but I must make her feel good as well as a kid. That is their expectation during Christmas, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get that same treatment when you were young?
Yes, I quite remember. My mom would always make sure I look good when it's Christmas. Yeah, she did it for me, so why not?
Okay. So were you particular about what you wear, or you were more particular about what Queen Esther would wear?
She was my priority, let me say. Okay. She was my priority because kids actually have a greater expectation during Christmas, so I needed to meet her expectation. Okay. For me, I'm a grown-up, and I'm okay. Anything I feel is okay for me during Christmas, I just put it on. And
Miguel, my son, is dressed this way in his suit and his bow tie and his lapel pin because of the celebration mood that we find ourselves Christmas. We all know when we were kids, our parents used to buy the best dress for us on the occasion of Christmas. So today being Christmas, children are the ones who celebrate Christmas, and Christmas is the season of giving, sharing, and showing your best you have. So that's why he's dressed this way.
Oh, my kids are dressed specially because it's a festive occasion and it's special to us Christians. And we need to celebrate, and then even our children, even though they are children, they need to look good, be happy, and enjoy the occasion as we, the adults, also enjoy. That's why I dress them this way. Christmas is a joyous moment. At Christmas, Christ was born. So we believe that we are supposed to celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. So we are all happy, and that's why we are nicely dressed, all for Christmas.
Oh, okay. And that's why she's wearing...
She has her nice dress, her toys, her Legos, and that's all.
Now, gospel musician Perpetual Chahesa has urged Ghanaians to share in the love of Christmas by reaching out to the less privileged in society. Speaking at the 4th edition of her Christmas street party dubbed Let a Child Smile, the singer said, "We have what it takes to touch the lives of people and put a smile on their faces."
From free medical screening, distribution of used clothing and shoes, and a party at the forecourt of the Tema Metropolitan Assembly, the children were given the attention they needed. Most of these children were picked up from the streets of Tema. About 900 children and adults were treated to good music, food and gifts for Christmas. Gospel musician Pepe Chwachahi, through the support of others, put this together.
Now, this thing is done just to put smiles on every child sleeping on the streets. Most of the time, we get so much to eat that we forget the kids that are on the streets. So we took it upon ourselves that every blessed Christmas time, we want to celebrate with the kids. That is how come this afternoon, Peppy Music decided that we are going to go on with our interview this afternoon. So if you are seeing us this afternoon with the children, it's all about putting smiles on the faces of our beautiful kids, who are, some of them are on the street sleeping, some of them have no food to eat, they have no place to sleep, and we are praying that even next year is going to be better.
The health needs of these children were also addressed. Delali Fiajibe is part of the medical outreach team.
Now what we do here is to screen the children for malaria. Now before we did that, we gave them health education on malaria, on personal hygiene, and then hand washing, and then others too will write the results. So those who are positive with malaria, we call them back, and then we inform them to bring maybe a relative, so that we let them know that we've seen malaria parasites, and then we give them treatment. We have malaria treatment here, and then dewormers. And just a few have tested positive for malaria, but on the whole, the patronage is good.
Good initiative there. When we come back...